Well, good Wednesday evening, Arkansas. This is Chief Forecaster Cameron back here once again, here to give you guys an evening forecast preview before your 7-day forecast comes out this evening here. And boy, I wish we could do something about these summer temperatures here, because this is just flat out ridiculous, guys. We've got temperatures in the upper 80s to low to actually mid 90s now. Fortunately, we have the dew points that are kind of low at this point. Otherwise, we'd have heat index problems to talk about here. So 90 degrees here in the metro right now, 91 in El Dorado, 86 in Texarkana, 95 in Pine Bluff. Folks, I thought we were done with the mid 90s, but obviously we're not. West Memphis coming in at 91, Fort Smith coming in at 90, 88 up there in Mount Home, and also 88 in, actually take that back now, 84 in Fayetteville, and 84 in Mount Home, and 84 in Jasper at this current time here. So Little Rock's now at 91. We've dropped off a little bit because the sun is beginning to set, but still cooking at 95 degrees down there in Pine Bluff. So unfortunately, I don't have much in the way of good news. This is going to continue over the next couple of days, which next week, because we have a ridge in place across the area here. And until that ridge begins to break down, we're not going to see much improvement in terms of rainfall chances or cooler temperatures here. But there is something I am going to talk to you guys about in terms of the long-range pattern here. We're going to get in that just shortly here. But let's take a look at our evening highlights here. So not much from yesterday. No significant rainfall chances over the next 7 days, guys. I wish I could bring some additional rainfall here in Arkansas. But I think beyond that, we should start to make the change to more of a fall-like pattern. As you guys are seeing today, temperatures continue to feel more like summer. I would think you go outside right now, you think it's like mid-May versus late September here. So that's going to continue to be the case for the next week or so. But there is the potential of a pattern change as we get towards that second week of October. We're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. So let's take a look at our burn bands here. Not much of a change in the burn bands here across the area. Still a few counties in central Arkansas and down in the southeastern Arkansas here. But I will say this, if we don't get any significant rainfall over the next week or two, don't be shocked if additional counties get added to this burn ban list. If you are in a burn ban, you guys know full well you got to heed those burn bans, guys. They can mean, if you don't, it can result in fines or possible imprisonment, depending on what happens. I always want to heed those burn bans, guys. Also, your wildfire risk, not much of a change from yesterday, mainly across central, eastern, and southern Arkansas. And like I mentioned before, if we don't see any significant rainfall for at least the next week or two, I wouldn't be shocked if we possibly extend this back to the western Arkansas. You may see a high wildfire danger begin to come back, so we desperately need the rainfall here. Northern and western Arkansas right now, from the last event, you guys kind of benefited from that cluster that came through. So right now, not much in the way of wildfire danger up there. You can get away with bonfires and stuff like that, but we desperately need additional rainfall to kind of tie us over here in Arkansas. So let's talk about tonight. Not much of a change from last night. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s, possibly near 70 degrees down there in southern Arkansas. And again, no rainfall chances in the forecast for tonight here. Now, let's talk to you guys about beyond this, because I know you guys are probably tired of me talking about the heat and everything like that. So let's talk about some pattern changing here, and we're going to go over, give me just 1 second. I've got to switch this over to our computer model data here. So there we go. All right, so this is the 18Z GFS. I don't like using 18Z GFS because it's not an operational run. The operational runs are the 12Z, the 06Z, and stuff like that here. But I want to talk to you guys about beyond this 7-day forecast, because I know a lot of people are getting anxious about where's the hoodie weather and stuff like that here. I promise you, if you just be patient with us, we'll get it done for you guys here, okay? So take a look at the pattern right now here. So we're going to go back over to like right now, okay? And this is what we call basically an omega block. And you can see the trough out west, a trough out to the east, and we're just planted right in the middle with the ridge in place here. So until that ridge breaks down, you're not going to see much of a change. And you can definitely see as we get towards this weekend where that ridge really starts to set up across the area. Trough across the west, trough across the east, ridge right over Arkansas here. So that's going to continue to be the case for at least the next week or so here. But there is changes coming as we get towards next week. As we get towards that middle and late part of next week, the ridge starts to break down and we start introducing troughing. Troughing is something you want if you want rain chances and cooler temperatures here. So you can see by the time we get towards that Thursday time frame of next week, we could be introducing some storm chances back into the forecast. Also some cooler temperatures here. So we'll have to wait and see. Like I mentioned before, this is the GFS. I don't like using one model, but you can definitely see with your temperature forecast here. You can see by the time we get towards next Friday, this will be wonderful. I would love something like this. Your fall cold front comes in late Thursday and Friday of next week, and look at those temperatures here, guys. Like I mentioned before, this is the GFS. I don't like using the GFS for 100% accuracy, but it gives you like an idea on what to potentially look for here. And like I said, this is the 18Z GFS, and don't keep in mind these temperatures are going to change a lot by the time we get towards next week. But you get the idea here. So it brings temperatures in the, that'd be wonderful, 50s and 60s for highs, overnight lows in the 40s with some rain chances coming in. So we'll see what happens with that. But don't say it's going to happen 100%. Okay, now you go with the Euro. The Euro is different in terms of timing, but look at the top left corner of your screen. You see those 50s up there in Kansas? That's your fall cold front here. So fingers crossed, guys. I think we could be talking about potential fall cold front as we get towards late next week into next weekend here. So we'll keep you guys updated right here, your source for all things Arkansas weather.